Frozt.
Frozt back at another video. What's up, world? We're gonna talk about what is reanimating, the art of reanimating, right? Reanimation. So for those that know a little bit about what's going on, or think they know about a little bit about what's going on and what things are around us, first and foremost, we are in a material world based on our construction, our constructs of molecules. If you're a human, you're human because your molecules have been constructed and are arranged in a certain pattern that allows your system to flow like that. You have an upper and a lower region. You have an inner and an outer region. You have a front and a backward region. These are we have poles, you know what I'm saying? For those of you that follow certain types of spiritual trends, this is what they call duality. Alright, this is the star tetrahedron that allows our biosphere to have a certain set of energy that'll help keep our molecules in line, and this is the what is made from our molecules as well. So you know when somebody's looking at you, you know when somebody's close to you, you know when, you know what I'm saying, somebody's about to touch you. You know what I'm saying? Without them having to actually physically touch you. But you can feel when somebody's staring at you before their eyes even, you know what I'm saying, before they physically, materialistically touch you, you know. So we're going to get into reanimation, and this has a lot to do with that. Okay? There's a materialistic version of you. We're going to call it a physical version of you that you're aware of. You know what I'm saying? You're conscious of. That's you're conscious of. And this is the mirror. This is the you that you see when you look at yourself. You have a you that's behind you, that you have yous to the side of you. You know what I'm saying? You have a you inside of yourself. You have a you outside of yourself, right? This is where the what I said previously about having an inner working, an outer working, a higher working and a lower working. Many of us know about the higher and the lower. Everybody talking about the frequencies, and you gotta adjust your vibrations and chakras and stuff like that. We're not really getting into what it is and how to actually utilize who you are, what you are, identify what you are, rather than identifying with your materialistic, what they call reality. We want to talk about yourself, get to know yourself a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You got to fall back in love with yourself. It's the greatest thing about it. And a lot of people that love reanimation, which ties into certain spiritual paths, many of us believe in like certain Bible quotes and Bible verses that allows things to come back from being dead, or a reawakening, a rebirth, or something like that. All right. This is the realignment of your molecules to be reconstructed as you are right now. Matter and energy cannot be created or destroyed. This is where the concepts heaven and hell come from, to be able to not die but have something after you are alive in your present form. You know what I'm saying? Now reanimation is realigning and constructing your molecules for this present form. this aware form as it is right now. You could be realigned to something else. Your molecules can be slightly adjusted, you know what I'm saying? Your chromosomes could be slightly off and you'll look completely fucking different. You know what I'm saying? You could be a whole new person by adjusting slightly your molecules, your atoms, you know what I'm saying? The particles that make you who you are. Because we are collective identity in ourselves, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know that. This is not new what I'm telling y'all, but this is helping y'all to get a better understanding, better insight of who you are, how you utilize yourself. You know what I'm saying? When you're alive, you fucking pulse off electrons every day. Electrons, electrons, electrons. You cause lights to flicker and shit every time you get emotional, whatever. If something happens, when you get emotional, your heart race, you know what I'm saying? Your mind race. Something happens, you letting off a lot of energy. This is your biosphere, your biofield, right? This is how you can feel when somebody's staring at you, because they letting off energy. They directly looking at you. They infiltrating it. You got an intruder and you don't like it. It make you uncomfortable. Otherwise, it make you feel good about it. So reanimation is realigning your molecules for what you know right now about yourself. Okay, it's you can say you bringing yourself back from the dead or somebody brought you back from the dead, but that's not necessarily the case. It's all about alignment, you know what I'm saying? You gotta align yourself with yourself, for yourself, by yourself, okay? And this is the most beautiful stuff that we can actually imagine. You can consider it magic, you can consider it restorative art, you know what I'm saying? You can consider it a miracle, you can consider it what you want, you can call it what you need. But this is where a lot of people kind of draw the line, because this kind of gets into tap into their higher selves, because a lot of things can go wrong if you're not, you know what I'm saying, 1,000% motherfucking accurate. We're not going to say 100%, but this, it kind of ties into magnification, because you have to get deep into something. And a lot of people don't want to get that far into something. They want to scratch the surface, leave it as it is, and let something else, what they consider a higher self or God, kind of give birth to them or take them, destroy, you know what I'm saying, like what they consider death is, right? So a lot of somebody would consider death either by natural causes, or, you know what I'm saying, somebody killing or getting killed by somebody, but that's not the case. There's a timer on how long your molecules can be arranged as they are, as it is. So when your timer, which is your biological clock, your bio clock, what a lot of people consider it, is up, your molecules are rearranged. You know what I'm saying? Now you're something else. You know what I'm saying? This body will start to deteriorate, start the body to degrade, which is a part of the rearrangement of molecules. You know what I'm saying? Things will pick up your molecules, your particles, and either travel with them or rearrange them. So depending on what's consumed, what's doing the consuming, this will help you know who you are. Because when you died previously, when we have died previously, something has consumed us and rearranged the molecules. They took us places. For us to be a human, we must have had to travel. For us to say we're human and have the belief we start out as a sperm cell, that means that one cell, which is not one cell, is a collective identity of proteins, glucose, and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Your father's body made you who you are. As far as your sperm cell is concerned, You had to go into semen. When your sperm infiltrates semen, it's a collective. You a billion fucking cells inside of semen. So this is your physical body manifesting. Then when you're inside your mother, you got a physical body coming up. You got the materialistic body. You have a fluid body. You have a gaseous state. You have a plasmic state. You have a solid state. Right. So your mother gives birth to your solid body. Your father gives birth to your gaseous state. Well, I should say your location gives birth to your gaseous state. Because before your father has the resources to make you into a fluid, you had to been a particle that he breathed in or consumed. You know what I'm saying? So your father gives birth to your fluid. This is the soul, what people consider your soul. You know what I'm saying? Your mother gives birth to your body. We was alive before we was inside of our mother. And this is how we know how to travel to, you know what I'm saying, get to our mother. And a long line of races, because you could have been a different person based on what sperm cell infiltrated you. Your whole personality would be different if you had a different sperm that infiltrated your mother, that fertilized your mother. And this is where reanimation comes from, to have this personality, this collective identities, this sperm cell reanimate. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, depending on who you on reaching out to for the knowledge, somebody will tell you that the sperm cell is not the reanimation process. This is where you get the concept of zombies. This is the concept of where you get the undead from. I'm not going to speak about types of undead. We're going to talk about reanimation, period. Reanimated, period. Alright? Because if you believe if your personality could be gone, alright, that sperm cells could be gone, but if they looking at your body and is alive, then that's reanimated. You've reanimated a body, your flesh, a corpse. This is what a zombie is, what people believe a zombie is, a reanimation of a corpse. Alright? The personality and the consciousness don't have to be in that body for it to be reanimated, but it's not reanimation based on your personality, who you are without the body. You know what I'm saying? Your personality could be somewhere else and your body could be reanimated by something else. Alright, a little bit about reanimation. Spirituality and conscious literature, what they call holy scriptures, depend on the belief system and how much value you add to these literatures and these scriptures, will tell you, will have instances in all of these scriptures and all these literatures about reanimating. You know what I'm saying? It's about, as well as being a savior, you have the art of reanimating. So, as well as the art of gardening. You know what I'm saying? Reanimating, gardening is one of the biggest top two things of the scriptures across the globe, across the world, across the planet. You know what I'm saying? This is the basic blueprint of coexisting, with cohabiting, with living with something else. You know what I'm saying? To understand that the matter, the energy cannot be created or destroyed. It travels. You enter, you exit. You know what I'm saying? When you inside of a something that has been constructed, that is your body. You know what I'm saying? You are now the foundation. You are the inner workings of that construct. So when you at home, your house is alive because you're in it. All right, this is how your body work. You inside your body, now your body is alive because you in it, or somebody's in it. All right, this is the way certain scriptures, certain literature will say your body's your temple. This is your house, right? So when you at home, your house is communicating. Your house is telling something to leave. Your house is telling something to come, right? It's telling this is where manifesting comes from. This is where people believe manifesting, or attracting. You know what I'm saying? Based on what your body need, based on what your body want, based on what your body don't want, based on what your body don't need. All right. So when you're not at home, you can travel, you can leave, you go somewhere, you come back home. This is the basic understanding of what reanimating is, coming back home. Once you leave the body, where do you go? This is where the literature is trying to understand. This is where science is trying to figure it out. What happens after you leave your body, and if you can come back home. Because these bodies, the bodies that we inhabit, technically aren't ours. You know what I'm saying? These are not our homes, because you can be ejected from it, i.e. possession. You know what I'm saying? You have certain possessions that occurs. This is where exorcisms comes from, aka reanimation by demonic energy. So you have a person that's alive because there's something inside of them that's not them, but because it looks like them and people get attached to the physical form, they believe it's them. And this is where a lot of confusion comes from, a lot of mistakes come from, and people would tend to treat what's inside of that body as if they knew it, but they do not know what's inside of here. There's belief that you can use what they call magic, what they believe is magic, to reanimate. There's instances in history, stories that they try to reanimate using technology. The monster of Frankenstein is something like that, where you have something that's not at home and you try to build it back to how it was and give it something to help it automate the way the monster was made. It was based on automation rather than infiltration. You have infestation inside of your construct, right? This is molecules. The molecules inside of your body really doesn't need to be there. That's why when they leave, your body is separate. Your body doesn't turn to dust when your molecules, the fluid leaves. Your solid body and your fluid won't have to be in a symbiotic relationship. You understand what I'm saying? Then when you have a gaseous state, this is the air you breathe. A lot of people is worried about the gaseous state. This is where the breath work comes from. You know what I'm saying? They're not taking care of the fluid state. And this is where people get chakras and, you know what I'm saying? That's such and such and foremost. Because they have science, but the science is not connecting. We have spirituality, but spirituality not connecting. This is where you have a major disconnect. They on two opposite sides, and they burnt the fucking bridge. You know what I'm saying? They do not want to connect. When they do connect, ends up being self-destructive. This is where a lot of people die at right here. When I talk about the materialistic world, because they trying to control something that they're not supposed to be controlling on that instant. They timing is not adjusted according to their biological clock. They trying to rush it, or they not speeding it up enough. It's a art that is a that's why certain people won't tap into reanimating, because they have to be 1,000% precise. This is the lowest they can go to be precise. They can't get no lower. You can't go 100%. You can't go 10% precise. The smallest number is 1,000%. The minimum percentage to be precise is 1,000. To understand the magnitude, the gravity of the situation means 1,000,000% you will have tapped into supernatural entity, which they will consider you as a higher. You won't be around certain instances. Your physical, your material body won't allow you to be at this present location. Reanimator kind of tends to what they consider the black arts. You know what I'm saying? Black arts. We're not gonna get into the etymology of black art. You know what I'm saying? Or dark art. But we're gonna get into the concept that there are some things that certain people have not understood and tapped into because of the fear fact of not being smart enough, or have enough knowledge, or have enough experience, or the consequences. The risk is not. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to take that risk based on taboos and social stigmas, and overallly like religious consequences. You know what I'm saying? A certain set of fears won't allow them to tap into this art and this style. So reanimating kind of falls flat when it comes to progress. When the current state of living, they prefer the light and love, and you know what I'm saying, the false prospect of progress when it comes to human evolution. Humans have been humans for the longest time, and we haven't evolved past that. Let's say it like that. There's something we wake up. We wake up because we have been reanimated. That is something that reanimated our awareness of our present consciousness of self. All right, so we're gonna glance at a small, you know what I'm saying, a micro version of reanimation, which is waking up daily. All right, you wake up daily, you have been reanimated. What's reanimating you? You can either figure that out or leave it alone. Because some people believe there is uh, something that does it for them. Some people think they do it by themselves. The case varies. Um, this is the what way should I put it? They wake up every day with a purpose they don't understand. They wake up every day as a loyal soldier to do something they don't know what they're doing. So when we get to that level of understanding reanimating, to be able to wake up, we can kind of start there and work our way up to like bringing our awareness together, getting our consciousness as back to a collective. But a lot of us won't allow that to happen because of the fear of not being unique, being individual, being aware, self-aware, rather than being collectively aware. So this is where a lot of people prefer not to be reanimated. Right now, they have schools that's working on bringing people back to life that has been dead for 3 days. There's animals, there's reptiles, there's lizards that bring themselves back to life, and they don't know how they're doing it. There's certain things that will turn like zombify. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that will zombify based on what chemical constitution is around it or has been bonded to it. There's reactions that and there's products. So when you have certain products and you have certain reactions, this will also help with reanimating. So when you have reanimating, you have what they call necromancy, and when you understand that this is different situations, which can also tie to the fact that people believe in astrology, because certain people believe when the stars align, they can be reanimated. Jesus died on the, you know what I'm saying? Jesus died and came back on the third day because they believe in the star systems brought Jesus back, and they believe this is a part of necromancy. When Jesus, we're not going to talk about religiously, we're going to talk about the story of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? We're not pushing a belief system or belief of Jesus on anybody, but the story of Jesus, right? Jesus came back after the third day. They believe astrology brought Jesus back. This ties into alchemy. So alchemy, astrology, necromancy, these three art forms believe in reanimating, have ties into reanimating. These three things are what they consider dark, you know what I'm saying? In certain instances, the literature of the Bible with certain individuals will believe in, their belief system considers these three arts as dark arts, and these are what they consider evil. Do not tap into them. That's what they believe. So if you're a Christian, you know what I'm saying, you believe what you believe, do not listen to me. Because this will rearrange your molecules and have you questioning your belief system. And that question is going to create something that you won't want to be. And it's going to create ideas inside of your head that you shouldn't be listening to. Stop listening to things that's not you. Period. You know what I'm saying? This is the devil tempting you right now. I'm giving you a choice. We're giving each other a choice. And that's that video.